Russia has been working with Iran and Turkey on Syria. Tell us specifically about Turkey's involvement.
Actually, Turkey is being more and more involved in Syria day by day. We see here on the green zone the first involvement of Turkey against the Islamic State and the Kurdish militias at the time. And then we have these attacks in the last weeks. We see the green dots. These are the points of entry of the Turkish army against the Kurdish YPG. And we see here the deployment between the Kurdish YPG and rebel forces. And lately, we see that the Turkish army went all through Idlib up to South Aleppo. This is the first time that the Turkish army goes that far into Syrian territory. We heard many rumors days ago that the Russians targeted the Turkish convoy, which wasn't true at all, because we have to know that everything Turkey is doing in Syria, it's doing it with the okay of Russia, despite all the announcement and the political claims, etc., etc. They are advancing day by day with the okay of Russia, and all this was implemented with the Astana agreement, because actually Turkey is fixing the fronts by this deployment, because we see that Turks freezed the front of Aleppo from the north and the east, and now they are freezing it on the west. So this is what counts, and this is the de-escalation zone, and this way the Turks are containing all this rebel zone where there is jihadi activity. We have Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, which split from Al-Qaeda, but we also have new Al-Qaeda offshoots in this region which aren't connected to Hayat Tahrir al-Sham.
And what are the Turks doing south of Aleppo?
But actually, we saw the first images of the convoy this morning. What they are doing in south of Aleppo is they are creating, here are the images of the Turkish convoy, they are creating a buffer zone between the loyalists, the Syrian army, and the rebel groups and the jihadis on the other hand. This way they will have the upper hand. But we shouldn't forget there are many forces on the ground which don't like this. So Al-Qaeda offshoots don't like this Turkish involvement, but also Shia militias in the town of Al-Hadar, which is just in front of the town where the Turkish army is deployed, so south of Aleppo. And we saw that there are many frictions between Shia militias and the Turkish army in the last weeks. So there are many subversive forces on the ground, but on the political level, what is being implemented is what Moscow, Ankara, and Damascus, by the way, wants to be implemented, because Syrian forces took all the area east of the railroad, and what's left is a small area with jihadi factions, rebel factions, who are going to end up to fight each other under Russian and American bombs.
All right, thank you very much indeed for your analysis, Wassim.